Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart, and in this technical analysis of the stock market video, we're going to take a look at the Dow on a daily and weekly basis, and also the Nasdaq. Check in on the VIX, look at semiconductors, home builders, and XLF, the financials, and finally we'll look at oil, USO, and see what's going on with oil. Okay, so let's start off here with the Dow. The Dow was up 72 points on Friday. You can see how it gapped up nicely. And this was a reaction to the jobs report that we got. You know, the 150,000 new jobs created. A little less than what was expected, but I think everybody, when they looked at everything that was released, felt like it was more positive than negative out of the chute. And that's the way it was. That's the way she started. Started to run in the morning and then just kind of settled back down, up about 73 points. So my wave count hasn't changed here in terms of the blue. The blue count's the preferred count. I think we're in minor wave 3 up in the 5th and final wave. And I think right now we're counting 1, 2. The alternate is that the third wave, minor wave, completed here. I think it's a very remote possibility, but I am putting it as alternate 3 and 4 here. So we'll continue to watch that, see how it develops. The Nasdaq, a lot stronger here in terms of the action over the month of July into August. You know, really, really strong moves in here. And this is the wave count I've got on it. I think that there's a good chance that it's completed minor wave 3 up here. We may be consolidating sideways for 4. We had this big zigzaggy type, fairly deep retracement here with wave 2. So we'll continue to watch the wave count and see if this truly holds here. But right now, this continues to push to new all-time highs. And it is in the 5th intermediate, 5th and final wave up too. On a weekly basis, here's how it looks. And you can see the picture that we've got. The move that we had for this week doesn't look super strong when you look at it on a weekly basis in here. Still seems to be in this consolidation. It's going to need to break above the highs, but it still looks like it wants to continue pushing higher. And same thing on the Nasdaq. Here's on the weekly basis, a little bit of consolidation over the last 3 to 4 weeks. So that's the picture on those two key indices. When we took a look at the VIX we thought was going to get some go here, trading above the 10 moving average breaking above the 21. And then all of a sudden Friday, bam, falling out of bed, just collapsing right on back down, not only closing below the 10, but below the 21. This is the lowest close of the last 10 trading days. So to me, this is just reaffirming that I think this market is trying to take off and may have started here on Friday. You know, I'm looking for that other leg up. Let's take a look at the semiconductors. Look how strong these have been. They've been leading almost all the market sectors. The semis just been riding up here very, very strong. I also believe they're in a 5th and final wave. Let me take a look at the weekly chart. I want to show you something. The Keltner channel, let me blow this up a little bit. The Keltner channels are bands that I've got in here that indicate when the market's getting at extremes one way or the other, either very low or very high. And notice how we have now had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row closing outside the top of the Keltner channels. You know, you can go back a long way. You just don't see the semis trading above the Keltner channel very often. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, here's 6 or 7 in a row right here. Okay, so that's one. But you look back, it just doesn't happen very often. Had a couple in here, had a few in here. So the bottom line is, you know, it's been at an extreme, been pushing really hard. Would not be surprised to get a little pullback in here. I still think, you know, that we're working this up. I don't believe the 5th wave is complete yet, but that's the picture on the semis. Home builders continues to be in this sideways morass. It just can't seem to get any momentum to it. Can't seem to push it. Tried to get above this high on this day here on August 23rd, but couldn't do it. And you see how it pulled back. Now, the real challenge is going to be, does it get above this trend line that was a pullback here? And I've talked about that before. So the home builders continue to show the sideways picture. Now, the financials as of late have been starting to make a move, especially this last week, made a nice strong move. And my post this week is all about XLF and the top three holdings: Berkshire Hathaway Class B, JP Morgan Chase and Company, and Wells Fargo and Company. So I take a look at those three charts. I talk about them in my post, and I talk about what's going on with the XLF, because there's some changes happening here with the XLF. But right now, the XLF is acting pretty strong. It's moving up nicely. It's gotten above this trend line, but it's still got a little ways to go to break out to new highs in here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart and see if that shows here's that picture a little bit more. It's trending nicely here. I've still got this wave count of 1, 2 working, looking for 5 waves up in a fifth and final primary move here by XLF. So expecting this to continue to push. We get a little momentum. It won't take much to get above the highs here on XLF. All right, the last one today we'll take a look at is United States Oil. And here's the daily chart on USO. Now, I do not call this a head and shoulders pattern, because now maybe it's a head and shoulders consolidation pattern. It's not a top, because you got to have something to be putting a top to. And here's the previous bottom. That's not much of a rally to be putting a top to. So this at best is a head and shoulders consolidation. The bottom line is this is rolling back over. At first, when I got this move coming back like this, I was looking for 5 waves, thinking maybe we were starting off on a new impulse, a new leg up, but we never got it. This is only 3-wave moves. 3 waves are corrective waves. So here's the move down, here's 3 waves correcting back, and here it's falling out of bed. Let's take a look at the weekly chart, and you can see the picture even more on this. It sure looks like it wants to. The 10 week is below the 21 week. We had a little counter trendish move with those 2 weeks, and now it looks like it wants to resume. It breaks that trend line. It's definitely going to probably it's definitely going to make a run at this low, let's put it that way, and I would say probably take it out, but it's got to break this little trend line first. All right, that's the picture today. And then I mentioned about the post I've got, XLF, will this change help financials? So I talk about that, and you can see in the post here I go into what's going on with the financials and take a look at, like I mentioned, Berkshire Hathaway, Chase, and Wells Fargo. And I am currently inside of the membership site, so this is the heading that's only available to my members. So when they're checked in and logged in, here's what they see. They got the ability to get the weekday market wrap that I put up Monday through Thursday with a weekend market analysis that is about 30 minutes long. Ask Joe videos that come out every Friday. Trade Ideas page where I list everything. Trade Ideas video that comes out, and then a list of stocks for options trading that I usually update at least monthly. So, and then there's other things in here for the members too. But the main focus I wanted to mention here was about this post. So head on over to the website. If you're not watching it on the website, head on over there and check out the post. All right, that's it for today. Everyone have a great weekend, long weekend. Remember, the market's closed on Monday. We'll talk to you on the next video.